Dr. Habeeb Rahman is the chairman and medical director of Unity Hospital, Mangalore. It is started in the year 1978. Something very unique. And the person is very, very important for us, for Aloysius University, because is one of the very, very prominent, important, successful alumni of St. Aloysius University.
Thank you.
Dr. Habib, you're a very old graduate, just a proud graduate of this institution. We'd like to know what is your most fond memory of St. Aloysius?
Thank you very much for your invitation. Thank you for the nice to be a part of this program. In fact, I joined in the year 1953. My father was in Sri Lanka. He was doing business there. And I was there in the neighboring state of Kasaragod, where he saw me there. It's not a good environment. You must go into some good school and all. So he found the best school was the St. Aloysius boarding school at that time. I mean, I'm talking about 60 years back, not recently. Father Dennis Pinto, I don't know whether you know him.
I know.
You know him?
Yeah,
Dennis Pinto
It
was
was his last days. I was with him in
with him.
Bangalore.
Oh, very good. Yes, very nice father. He was our director at that time. And one of the best I could call Father Dennis Pinto. He was like our real father. See, we call father usually, Father Pinto. He was the director, and he was one of the most dynamic person I have seen in my life. Very honest to his way of doing thinking and doing things. One time I remember, as a child, the students around was always crazy about some collection, some hobbies and all. They were collecting holy pictures there. So there is a tendency of the students there at that time. So I went and told him, I also want to collect some holy pictures, Father. Can you give me them? That Reverend Father told me saying that, so you are a Muslim. Muslim usually don't collect these pictures there. That was the inspiration of the intelligent honesty of this father. And I was really appreciating that. A man who is only in the room, myself and himself, and he is propagating something which is again my faith. See, such a honesty was his approach. So in every area was so much dealing in whatever things there. He talked the real values of our life at that time. See, these Jesuits and all whom I meet now, I really find those old people also in them. See, their core values and all the things which they inculcated, the principle and all the things, The contribution of Christians to the education is super. That is all over India. We could see that, or Asian countries, the contribution of education and healthcare. They were doing a lot of work here. And in fact, the whole foundation of our independence, India, has come out of the education system of these people who have contributed to education there. That is something remarkable which I found at that time.
Both education and health, those both are service sectors.
Yeah,
something.
correct. Yeah.
So what made you, then earning money for your family, start a hospital itself, that too in Mangalore? What is the reason for that?
Yeah, as I said, my father was in Sri Lanka, Ceylon at that time, I'm talking 50 years back and all. He was doing business there, a prominent businessman there, and he wanted me to have best education in a place in Mangalore. So at that time, the tendency of all the people are, I don't know, father is an exception as such, otherwise go either medicine or engineering or lawyer. Lawyer was absolute at that time. Engineering, medicine was the prominent choice first. So all want to become doctors. So I was not very keen on becoming a doctor as that. So my father was very keen. My uncle was very keen. So at that time there was one college, or Kasturi Medical College, first private medical college on a sort of new development, participated by the students as well as the management type. They started there in the year 1952 or something like that. And we reserved a seat there, I think maybe in 60 or something like that. And at that time, my father encouraged to go for a medicine, because medicine is something very prominent. One of my relatives who was first graduates there, no? You even to US. I'm talking 60 years back, a old story. And there, he was the one early doctors who went to migrate to USA. There, one Martin Green, one film star was there. He's no more now. He was going in a lift, and in that lift, he got his leg fixed between the lift and the stair there and jammed. He could not come out. So a doctor was called. My cousin by name Dr. Samsudin is also no more. He was there. He came and amputated with a knife, police knife.
My God.
With the ordinary police knife, he amputated. That became a sensational news all around the world. Illustrated Weekly at that time, it came in paper and all. And having a surgery done by police knife is an insult for America, highly advanced country, no? So they were also very much upset. So he had a little problem there. Then he migrated to UK. They did his surgery and all the things there. So that was one thing which inspired me to become a doctor. See, one of the another reasons there, no. Then after graduation, as such, then most of my colleagues went to USA, because at that time we had an examination called ECFMG at that time, and that was conducted in Colombo. And I used to arrange for all my classmates to go there, get the exam and go there. Then I thought, why can't I also go for that? And crazy was to go to States at that time. And I got married from the local place here. My father-in-law is a timber businessman over here, NPM. So I got married, and my father and father-in-law talked, why should you go to States? Why can't you start some hospital here? So that is the beginning of the concept of Unity Health Complex. And my disappointment not going there, I thought I could bring an hospital from US type to India.
Oh, great.
So I had a lot of magazines and other things from abroad, and got the whole thing. The concept, though it is about 46-year-old hospital, even now it looks quite modern.
Yes, it is.
See,
We are so
isn't
happy
it?
to have such a hospital in
Yeah.
our city, sir.
And we are
So
proud of you.
thank you.
When he speaks about entrepreneurship, this is something which you initiated
Yeah.
many years back. We don't speak that kind of a concept, but inspired by something, looking at the needs and your potentials around.
Yeah.
It's a huge initiative, and it's a successful entrepreneurship which you have
Actually,
started as a single person.
yeah,
like
at
this.
that time also, this another thing. See, when I started the hospital, Chief Minister at that time, Devarajas, he inaugurated that. We started with the new concept, what is called integrated comprehensive healthcare system. That is integrating the preventive and promotive sides along with the advanced diagnosis and therapy, which is not there. And of recently, it is understood at the time of COVID. What is prevention? What is health promotion? But I started in 1978. And we had a village there and all the things. But it was not very practical in the sense private level is very difficult. So government high level you can do the things. But it was a comprehensive healthcare service at that time, wherein prevention of diseases and promotion of health was a part of therapy, which was not there anywhere in India. There was in Western countries and all lot in Germany and other places you find that. And our inauguration was done by one Miles Hardy from London. He was the Director General of Hospital Federation. Inaugural address, he said, in the West, we encourage these people to do the things. Here, I'm happy a hospital has volunteered itself to do that.
Great. Yeah.
Okay.
Something very unique. Yeah.
So it was a unique, and it's a pioneer of the Mangalore. The whole thing, there was no modern hospital at that time, 1978. And we started there. And then Manipal, my parent institution, they also didn't have hospital here. And this was a model for the other to emulate. And subsequently, so many educational institutions, hospitals came up. And in our own family, my brother-in-law took initiative of Anapa University. After seeing this hospital, see,
It's
otherwise
inspiration for many. Yeah.
it was actually a timber business trader earlier. So the whole hospital changed this image of the Mangalore as such at that time. I'm talking 1978.
Yeah.
Now things has developed, a lot of new things has come there. 7 medical colleges are there. And Mangalore is a known place for education and also to some level healthcare.
I would like to recall somebody was commenting that something very unique for Mangaloreans and Kasaragod people, the entrepreneurship within them.
Yeah.
So and today we look at a lot of students, youngsters, looking for entrepreneurship,
Yeah.
government was
Yeah.
promoting. What do you think? What is the new thing that this region requires, or our young generation can venture into?
According to me, I feel we are going to another area of new thinking process now. What you had a reformation and at that time Renaissance was is thing what is modern development has brought there, Western development, all the things are there. They kept the values of this Christendom at that time, but they kept the church and other thing away from there, ruling there. The politics came mostly secular type. It was good in a way, but at the same it was a bad also in that way. In the sense, the core values of the religions was lost. See, the secularism has got its own modern development other than social and personal level. You have anything in the church, or you can have mosque, or you can have there, but don't come to the political level. That is true also. But what I feel is the thing has changed to that level. We are lacking that values of the original thing as father now. You can find the father is how he's working so much of because it comes like a seed outside and comes and works the whole life as such. That particular thing has been lost by want of abandoning the values of the what the Christian has given there by secularism as such. This secularism itself is something which is only the European type is now universally applied as a whole, the whole world as such, something very noble type. So again we are going to have a renaissance of second renaissance. That is now the change is taking place in certain countries. A little political. I am not interested in politics, but I have to mention these things also. There, a certain change is taking place in various parts of the world, especially US as well as in India to some level. A revert back to something original from the religious point of view. Christendom there now. He came there in Trump came there, or present government came. They want to come back to spiritualism now. So that is what I call what is called second renaissance. Come back to the religious original values, because truth is one thing you find in every religion. The way Satyame Jayata in Vedas, I am truth, and the way you find Bible, and Haqq is found in Quran, Holy Quran. So truth is the foundation of all the things there. But many of the followers of the religion don't follow the truth. There's only one group follow the truth. Can you tell me who are those people there who follow the truth? Scientists. They can't get result without truth. See, they follow the truth. If religious follows the truth, then there would be a big change in the whole world, and that is what I call the second renaissance. How to find the truth in every religion and come back to the original. Mahatma Gandhi wrote the biography, My Experiment with Truth. See, why he chose that word, I don't know. That means he was trying to do something on truth as such. And the whole life was with truth only. He was trying to practice truth. And this truest basic, he's a Hindu, but he has a very faith of his religion, Ahimsa, Satyagraha, all these came from the tradition of the Hindu values there. So like that, the church has got a lot of service to the humanity as such. Father is serving the institution here, hospitals, and the whole Indian or in Asian area, you find most of the hospitals started by the Jesuits or the Christian people there. That is because they want to serve them. The serving mentality was a part of their system, which was cornered and sidelined, and which you are suffering in the name of secularism. Secularism is good as such, provided it is in a way accommodating spiritual values also. That is what my observation. I don't know whether I am right, Father.
yeah.
You are an expert in these things there. You can
Going
be able
deeper,
to.
like interfaith. Now
Yeah,
we also feel like we have started a lot of interfaith dialogues. So
yeah.
that is a contribution of Jesuits in India
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
different
yeah.
places.
Yeah.
What we are saying is like you must deepen in your own religion first to
Yeah.
build up that.
Yeah,
You
correct.
should have a real love. Like you're not uprooting yourself. Then you respect the others.
Yeah.
Like you being a very good Muslim,
Yeah.
you studied in a Christian institution,
Yeah.
but your values deepen within you.
Yeah.
As a Muslim, as a values within
Correct.
you, and you see the
Yeah.
others' values in
Exactly.
another
Yeah.
religion.
Yeah,
So
correct.
you don't abandon your religion,
Yeah,
rather
yes.
you go deeper there. Because every religion you go deeper, you find peace.
Peace,
The
yes.
very
Yeah,
word in
yeah, yeah,
Islam itself
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
peace.
yeah. Correct.
No,
Yeah,
and Hinduism, there's so much in
yeah,
the
yeah,
Christianity, so much.
yeah,
Ultimately, love when you
yeah,
go deeper,
yeah,
and that unite all of us.
yeah,
That gives us human dignity. No,
yeah.
as you
Correct,
said, I
correct.
rightly believe
Yeah,
what you said.
yeah.
That value is lost.
Value.
See, being a human without having a communion with God, whoever is your God, with the
Yeah,
faith that your parents have given you, and that is your faith that you continue.
that.
But you respect the other
Yeah,
with that value. Then it goes so well. It's like you say, nature is all diversity there.
yeah,
No, each one is different. The rose doesn't fight with another flower, so another flower doesn't. But then they say beauty in that. If only rose was there, no beauty. Now there
yeah,
is so beautiful
yeah.
that there is an Islam, there is a
This is
Hinduism, there is a Christianity, there is Buddhism, there is Jainism.
Chinese. Yeah,
So each way path ultimately leads to one God. But then you can choose a path and go deeper there, but have a dialogue. No?
that's why we call the knowledge. Human beings are known for knowledge. Human being has got certain things. Like speech. When you speak, something meaningful, it communicates. Speech is number one. Secondly, the fine finger movements. This fine father knowing there. This kind of innervation or the brain here is so much there. This is not in lower animals. They can't find it, can't put
Yeah.
any needle and all the things. So this is the external brain, it is called. So the third one is the knowledge, accumulate knowledge there. There are two types of knowledge. One is divine knowledge and is the acquired knowledge. Divine knowledge come from all the scriptures I was telling from truth.
Yeah.
See, the acquired knowledge marches toward truth. Find out what is truth there. Only if the acquired knowledge is based on the foundation of divine knowledge, there will be peace, harmony and development.
So, what do you think could be the focus of the education today? We've been talking about many things. It has been transforming. Things has changed. We need to get back to the root, the core of the self within the concept. The process is just lost. But education institution got a very important role in forming the society.
Education is the development of personality of an individual. Without education, there is no personality development as such. We are going for acquired knowledge in schools, colleges, research foundation, universities, etc. There is one type of knowledge is going there. There is another type of knowledge, as I said, divine knowledge, which gives human values. For the following is Christianity. Get a lot of inspiration out of that. So that kind of combination is what is required. You cannot sideline and say this is not good or whatever. In Hinduism also you find lot of area of ethics you find. The moral behavior, Satyame Jayata you find there now. So every religion has got their own values in that. Secondly, what is called the productivity as such. Things are changing very fast. What you learned yesterday has become irrelevant now. Now the whole thing has gone from manual laborers to the knowledge workers to what is called now artificial AI has come as a limelight now. What is the AI? Nobody knows. Is it going to overtake the human beings? You don't know. But that is the area which is focused now. And there also human beings are very important. As long as human beings do not focus on humanism as such, we'll be a lost.
Exactly.
Absolute lost in the whole earth will be lost home.
It's so important to retain that
Yeah,
concept of
yeah,
being humane.
yeah,
And
being
in our
human.
university, we
Yeah,
do have our value education
yeah,
classes.
value
And
education we
I'm
had.
sure you had that too, sir.
Yeah, we
Value
had a
education classes.
moral education. We had moral classes was there
Okay.
at that time. It's
If you
very important.
remember any one advice that you got during your college days, which you still practice?
All the things what I got on my college days or early days in high school and all, very valuable things.
Okay. So those
Um,
classes were very useful then.
yeah, very, very useful there. Especially our father used to teach certain manners and all there in the class. You must respect. Good evening, good day, good morning. Wish all the things there.
Yes.
Then greet each other. Say thank you. All these fundamental basic things and all. No, he used to teach us. These are values which he cultivated later on. Automatically it came by itself.
Wonderful.
Being nice.
Good. So I have one more question. That is, if there is one myth about healthcare that you want people to stop believing, what would that be, sir? Because there's a myth. People have a lot of concepts about healthcare, and there's one myth you think about healthcare that you want people to stop believing.
See, one thing is admit is that healthcare has developed to such a high level. Modern science has developed in such a high level. Life expectancy has gone to 70 years now from 30 years now. See, I am 84. Still, by God's grace, I am active. I am able to move around, not much problems. But what is the thing is, the fear of that, one is nutrition, very important nutrition, malnutrition, major reason. Then preventable diseases, communicable diseases, all TB, all those things are there. That is a major earlier days. Now what is called, present situation is, what is called, we call not as a iatrogenic disease type, we produce disease by treating them.
Yes.
So a lot of unwanted things are going on there. There's also another phobia, fear about treating and becoming sick. See,
What you suggest, sir?
so for that, of course, see, first is avoid medicine to the maximum what is required there. See, what is go by naturally by itself. You can have your own physical exercise, good nutrition, good thinking process there, positive approach, all those things, and also avoid infections. Infection is one area which you are likely to get some diseases there. So deaths are not as common as it was earlier, like infection, etc. Tuberculosis is a major disease there. Smallpox is another area which used to take lives there, and all those things are extinct now. It is not there. New disease, new viral things have changed now, and you have to take. First of all, you must be good in physical eating, normal diet, good diet. Not malnutrition is a major problem there. Secondly, you must have good physical exercise. See, third, you must have a very good preventive approach to disease before it comes. You must have an annual health checkup and all, see any major diseases, because many diseases can be easily treated. Early stages, cancer can be treated, heart attack can be prolonged. And because now you see 80, 90 years is not a very old age now. In my younger age, 50 years is the old age.
How young are you?
I am I am 84. See,
Yeah.
father, see, so active, must be much younger, but still
Yeah.
active.
No, as you said, the lifestyle matters.
Yeah.
Sir, Aloysius is a 146-year-old institution, formed to many, like
Yeah.
a person like you, like a person like a priest and service sector, business sector, and all that. Who should be the focus of Aloysius?
I think the youngsters, youth. Youth are the real precious of the future now. And they should be given a freedom to think, freedom to act, freedom to understand, and develop their hidden talents, whatever they have there. And those youngsters should be the one which should be visiting. The old generation, they can share their experience like us, but they can create something new, innovative things. So many things are there, and they are very fresh with the new ideas. The communication is so instant now. Anything available on your phone. You don't have to look to library there. So a lot of chance, and youth should be the number one according to me. Who should be the given importance.
Okay. And what should be Aloysius' unique contribution to the world? Now, today, it had been doing, it has been serving different types of people like the rich, the middle class, the poor, and different region, class, caste, besides all that people are coming in and they've been shaping.
Fathers there, their values inculcating there, and their commitment of sacrifice. I was really seeing a father to become father 15 years. No course like this. I don't know. No course. I was told like that.
Yeah.
50 years he should be dedicated. Nothing else. No money, no pocket money, nothing there. They had to do some job. So these are all the things which you see. You don't see nowadays. I don't know whether, I am not sure the present trend how it is there. But at that time, that was the trend, which all motivated to us to be sacrificing for the better of humanity. As
Where
such.
do you think the faculty should focus today?
Faculty should focus more on the specialist subjects of what they are good. Whatever the area, it should be there because it's going so fast. Every area is developing so much. As long as you are not up to the mark, you will be on the behind there. So whatever possible things, now AI has come the new area which you don't know where it is leading now. People are highly focused on AI now. What AI is going to do, I don't know. I don't know how many of you know about what's the future of AI. But people are equally afraid of that. They may lose control of that. So specialize in a way and also have some consolidation also. should not go on doing so many things where you don't know what to do. Like Iraq war now. See, the Iran-Iraq Israel war is something which nobody wanted, but they are a part of it. They can't come out of it.
That's true. Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah.
How to come out of it, they don't know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes we really get lost and we really
Get-
need guidance
that
and
should
things
be a
like
part of the system.
Exactly.
Mainly the top people of the world are only the government people. Secondly, the corporate sectors, and also religious leaders, especially our Pope, and like every religion has got their heads. What contribution they can make to them, so that make our planet safe. Yeah, our planet is not safe. Anytime it may crash.
Exactly. Father, what will be your message to the educators, Father, with AI, with the empathy that we need to teach students, and with the discipline we need to teach? How do we do all this together?
Yeah, we can't forget human. I would go with Dr. Habeeb very well,
Yeah.
because ultimately we are a good species of being human.
Yes.
All these are tools. We must make a difference. Tools should not control us. Rather, we must use a tool for a right purpose. As long as it serves our purpose of living here, is not to destroy a planet. That's why we talk about sustainability today. Sustainability is like a new concept that it was practiced earlier. Somehow we lost it, and coming back to sustainability is that this planet has to be a house for future generation. So we are fortunate, like our forefathers have given us very good planet to live on, to experience that. Now we should also think about our future generation. We cannot lose everything like we use is because of greed. Like that's why I believe Mahatma Gandhi said, no, there is enough and more things what is needed for us. But for greed, I think things are not enough. So that's why today, if you see the fight maybe for a greed, I would say, that is not a requirement, either for America to go there and fight there or Israel to do that. No, there are dialogues which are possible. Okay, there are difficulties, there are problems. Why can't we solve it through dialogue? So maybe it may take a longer time. Non-violence might take a little longer time. But we need to see that like future of our generation. Like atomic bomb was made for a purpose. It's not to throw there and create a problem to a situation. Rather, even the similar thing with AI. So now we are in education 5.0. So education 1 started with the student centric, and the 2 slightly changed with the mechanization, automation, and then the digitalization. Now we are into AI. So now the education 5 also focuses on humanization of these tools. Now that is very, very important. How do you, like you brought out very good concept of empathy, the values of compassion, helping the others, look at God in the others. Like the Jesuits, we always believe in that, finding God in the other things. Another one is human excellence. Like whatever has to excel within as values, that is more important along with the acquired knowledge. The divine that is already within us, that we need to understand. That will give us a different kind of a feel. We respect the other. So we see God in the other. Finding God not only in the other, but in everything. So everything has a purpose. Then you don't exploit it. The present generation, unfortunately, many of them respect it, few of them exploit it. When you start exploiting not only thing and a human being, then nothing is left on this planet. We should actually value and enjoy to the extent that is God given to us, to make use of it for our own purpose of living a better life, but then live it for God. That is where you teach the others. Those are these moral values and things like that. I remember, when I was doing my studies abroad, they said there is nothing transcendental. I was fighting with my professors, there is nothing called only materialism. Now, even the professors, they would speak, unfortunately, about materialism to a extent, and forgetting about our transcendental aspect of divine aspect, being what we are. So it's not just doing, but being is very, very important. So understand what we are as being, that only humans can do. No other animals can work on that. So that is very special. So leave something for the future by keeping it, by sustaining it. So anything that we do. So today we solve a problem. There are two kinds of things. Recently they also did circular economy, the concept, and worked on it very well. The sustainability goes much beyond, rather it looks into every aspect of ours. So to preserve it for the future generation. That's why it is always planet that we have is a rare planet. you're fortunate. I don't know where there are other human beings. Still, it is not discovered. Maybe AI would discover and things. Maybe we do not know. But then, till then, we are only planet where the human species exists for us, and let us keep it for the future generation. That's why our youngsters are there. They also have to enjoy life like us and see more things which are into, and that's why humanize it and bring in something very new.
Yeah, actually, we had one of the conferences, educational, healthcare conference I attended. One of the subjects was humanization of the hospitals. So, what I feel is humanization of education institution.
Yeah.
That is the need of the hour.
Thank you. It was a very, very engaging discussions and reflections. So one person as religious, and both of you are heads of leading institutions. Be it religious or be it other non-religious person, what is found it is that the human touch which is needed, and what nurtured a person to be successful and taken to a leading state of institution is something which you have acquired in your education. And that is the beautiful role of the education. We meet role models. You may be, performing a different way. Maybe a simple, humble, maybe somebody who doesn't know anything. Oh, wonder, somebody who is right at the center of education. But at the end of the day, the something which shapes a human being, it is what you learn, not just the knowledge alone, but the entire context where you are being placed. So that is the beauty of an educational institution, that we have been leading persons, leading institutions, leading many. And thank you so much for this opportunity and opening us this to the young generation, that the center of everything is you touch with the divine knowledge, that we keep transferring and communicate sustainability, make a world better, search for the truth, and that is the real legacy we keep continue through Aloysius University and Aloysius, the entire universe of doing multiple things for the society. And we can see, starting from Aloysius, another multiple beginning, flourishing institutions and approaches that has been through the contribution of the Dr. Habeeb. And thank you very much once again.
Yeah, we thank you for your invitation to be a part of this program. And also, I'm so happy to see this has become a university now. Should be long due. Already rolled these things. And the people who are behind this, I must congratulate especially the Reverend Father Praveen Martis for your contribution and your interest in developing. You are the first Vice Chancellor. So I think this will sprout into a much higher level, because it has got a tradition of values. It's not an ordinary university which has got inspired from the values, original value, which you all benefit out of it. Let it go into further also in a higher level of learning, where you can have the human values also a part of this program. I wish you all the best, Father.
Thank you.
More youngsters to this campus. We would love to carry on this legacy with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.